Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ruth Bell. Today I would like to discuss a very hot topic with you, which is using Superbonder as a primer. I'll go over whether it matters which Superbonder you use, what makes it possible to use Superbonder as a primer, and how Superbonder can make or break your lash retention. For those of you who haven't met me yet, my career started as a lash artist, then I moved on to training, and then I started developing my own products. So I'm in a unique position where I have the perspective of a lash artist and also the perspective of a manufacturer. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first question is, does it even matter which Superbonder you use? And the answer is yes, there's a huge difference. Let me tell you a funny story. So about a year after I launched Superbonder, it had already become a huge hit and lash artists were talking about it all over lash groups. And the first imitations of Superbonder started to appear. And the funny story is that I was actually approached by one of the manufacturers, an Asian company, who approached us with their new innovation called Superbonder. The name, Superbonder, I personally came up with. The product description that they had was a copy-paste from my website. So I was like, okay, let's see what this product is actually about, because I'm happy when I inspire other people to create products, but I wasn't quite sure that the product that they were offering was actually the same as my product. So funny enough, when you get the SDS, the safety data sheet, if it's not locked, the PDF file, you can actually go back and see the changes that have been made in the file. So we did that. We got one of those SDS and we started looking back. And what we realized was that the manufacturer had taken their regular primer, regular alcohol-based primer that has been around for years. They had taken the regular primer, changed the name of the products and the purpose for use. Everything else stayed exactly the same. The main active ingredient in those bonders is alcohol, which is also the main ingredient in lash primers. And while alcohol can do a lot of good things, what primers are supposed to do, like opening lash cuticles, speeding up adhesive curing speed, and removing all sebum, unfortunately, what alcohol does not do is pushing humidity out of the bonding point and thus shrinking the glue bond. Alcohol also does not add any elasticity to your lash adhesive, and alcohol also does not seal any adhesive fumes. Actually, it has the opposite effect on lash adhesive. So if you're using one of those alcohol-based bonders, then yes, you can use it in the beginning of the treatment because it's like using a primer in the beginning of the treatment. And it will probably give you even better results in terms of retention than using it at the end because, like I said before, alcohol actually makes lash adhesive more brittle and porous, which is also the reason why nowadays alcohol-based primers are not even recommended to be used at all. The big difference between these alcohol-based Superbonders and our original Superbonder is that we have less than 0.01% alcohol in it. So alcohol is not an active ingredient, and therefore the product reacts very, very differently to your lash glue. In the video, you can see how our original Superbonder is pushing humidity out so it can be removed, and how alcohol-based Superbonder does not mix with lash glue, but cures it from the outside like air humidity. The grayish color and cracks you see is the adhesive becoming more porous. So a completely different reaction from the original Superbonder, but the same reaction you get when you pour your lash primer on lash glue. If you're working with our original Superbonder, then it cannot be used as a primer because it is not a primer and it was never created to be a primer. And if you do use it in the beginning of the treatment, it will probably have a negative impact on your lash retention. So if you want to know if your Superbonder can be used as a primer, if it is similar to a primer, then there are 3 easy ways to find out. If you look at the ingredients and you find alcohol in one of the first 3 ingredients, is way number 1. The second way is to smell it. If it smells like alcohol, then there's probably a lot of alcohol in it. And number 3, if you look at the SDS and it says that the product may be flammable, that also means that the product must contain enough alcohol to light it on fire. If you have any questions or comments about Superbonder, then leave them down in the comments. If you found this video helpful, then give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see our future videos as well. Thank you for watching.